Loanio is a new peer lending website that facilitates the borrowing and lending of money through an auction-style platform. The site just went live about 2 weeks ago on October 1st, and we're very excited about the response we've been getting with the very little amount of advertising we've been doing thus far. A few days ago, a reporter from the New York Times asked me, he said, "Mike, do you think this is the best of times to launch this type of a site or the worst of times?" And I suppose you can argue that both ways, but I would say it's the best of times. Loanio targets two distinct audiences now that I think could really benefit, particularly in the current economic climate: borrowers and lenders. From the borrower's perspective, we all know that many traditional lending channels have been drying up. And from the lending perspective, many are looking for alternatives to Wall Street and failed investment bank vehicles. To that end, Loanio provides an exciting and innovative place for people looking for credit and investment opportunities. When we first began the development of the site about 2 years ago, we looked at the current industry for peer-to-peer lending. And one of the things that we were particularly interested in was the ratio of those who were requesting loans to the ratio of those who were getting funded. And while there was an impressive number of people getting funded, there were also a significant amount of people that weren't getting funded. In addition to that, we noticed that there was a whole subgroup of people that were completely being barred from participation on the sites. One of the reasons for that was because there were thresholds put into place for people with no credit or very little credit. Surely we thought there must be a better way, or at least a way to perhaps increase the number of loan originations in the peer-to-peer lending communities and also allow a much broader audience to participate, arguably even those that could need it even more. Today, several of Loanio's features, including co-borrowing and our platinum loan listings, we believe that some of these offerings will help to increase loan originations in the peer-to-peer lending space, as well as provide an opportunity for many people that have been shut out in the past. I'd like to now walk through one of the loan applications on the site to give you a better idea of how it's integrated into the way that it works. Over here we have a borrower that was already vetted in terms of going through our partner Experian fraud services as well as our credit grade system. And this person, although they've had a okay score, they're being asked if they would like to have a co-borrower. Now, if this person had a poor score or no score, they would be required to have a co-borrower in order to participate on the site. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose a co-borrower. Now, you might be asking, does a co-borrower mean the same thing as co-signer? Yes. This is somebody that will be jointly liable for the loan, and it goes a long way in being able to have somebody that might have no credit or poor credit in order to enhance their particular opportunity to get a loan on this particular site, as people might be more interested in being able to take a chance on somebody that has two people on the hook instead of one person. Now, the Platinum listing is another feature that we're introducing on the site, and I'm going to go ahead and choose it here. And Platinum listings, really, for those of you that are not that familiar with the peer-to-peer lending market, largely, a lot of the income data and other types of data, other than the credit summary scores that you see on these sites, is self-reported, which means that people have to take a great leap of faith in thinking that these people are giving, the proper information. They're not padding information, they're not padding income, so on and so forth. So what we thought was that lenders probably would be clamoring right about now for some way to get more verifiable information to help them in their decisioning process, the way that the normal banking system works. So we've introduced this Platinum listing, and what happens is that when somebody chooses a Platinum listing, we will go ahead and we will verify certain pieces of data. We will go to the IRS and verify their tax returns. We will verify income, pay stubs, and other types of data that will help lenders to get a better handle on who it is that they're lending to and what decisioning criteria they should be using, as well as giving borrowers a much more enhanced opportunity to get these loans. So now we're going to go through the loan listing real quick here, as I see our time is quickly running. I'm going to ask for $5,000 here. We're going to ask for, we're willing to pay up to 14% on this loan. And we're just going to choose 8 days down over here, and we're going to use it to purchase a home. I'm going to put some gibberish in here just to get us to the next page. And over here you can see sort of a profile of the information that will appear. Here we don't have any of the information such as salary and things of that nature, but if we did, it would be verified if this person had in fact chosen the Platinum listing. So we go ahead and we post it. Here, the user is asked to invite a co-borrower who must agree to the terms and conditions of the website in order to participate. On the next page, they can download our platinum verification checklist so that they can provide us with the proper authorization in order to contact the IRS and contact other parties on their behalf. And finally, the loan gets submitted. And from the front end, what you might see for a co-borrower listing, this is live right now, so I'm going to go ahead and go to one of our co-borrower listings. If you bear with me, over here you can see this person posted a loan, and they have an F rating, which means they would not have been able to post on any other type of a site. But here, because someone, maybe a family relative, probably not an enemy, has decided that they're going to go ahead and vouch for this person, not just by telling everybody, hey, this person's a great person, they're going to pay back, but by putting their money where their mouth is and say, hey, I'm going to be jointly and legally responsible for paying this if this person doesn't pay. I think that's a pretty powerful statement. If we click down further onto the loan listing, lenders get to take a look at the information, and if we had verified this information, you could see over here we have little icons that actually indicate what types of information has been verified, whether it be tax or salary or so on and so forth. And down over here, they could sort of click back and forth and take a look at the co-borrower's information as well as the borrower information, and also ask questions and answers. Over here, we can see the credit information for that particular person. And I think we're just about up with time. I look forward to speaking with many of you over at our booth after this, and I'd like to thank you for your time today. Thank you.